Hi, my name is Claire Coombs. I'm a graduate student here at the University of Guelph Ridgetown campus, and we are currently working on a project looking at the effect of legume cover crops and providing nitrogen to the following corn crop. The goal of our project is to see if we can reduce the amount of inorganic nitrogen fertilizer used by using cover crops to provide necessary nitrogen to corn. And we are doing this by looking at different cover crop species. So we have 3 legume cover crop species, 2 types of clover and alfalfa, and we're also looking at different management practices. One way we look at how much nitrogen will become available to corn is by taking above ground biomass samples. And so we sample parts of our plot of all our different species, and then we analyze it for the amount of nitrogen. We analyze above ground biomass by taking quarter-meter squares from every plot, and we collect all of it, and then we put it in one of these bags and we take it to the lab to be analyzed. So we're just taking everything that falls within this quarter-meter square, and this gives us a good example of what type of biomass is in our plot. Once we collect bags like this from every one of our plots, we will take it back to the lab where it will be ground, and then we can analyze it for how much carbon and nitrogen is in that. And that will give us an idea about how quickly it's going to break down and how much nitrogen hopefully will become available for the corn to use. One of the things we're also looking at is if there's a difference between fall and spring tillage of the cover crops. So we have both options in our research. So over here we have a plot that was tilled in the fall. So in the fall it looked like this plot, and then it was tilled. And now in the spring we have plots that will be tilled just about a week before planting. And what we're going to look at is if that affects the amount of available nitrogen. One of the other ways we look at how much nitrogen will be available is we do soil sampling. And so we sample all our plots, and then we're able to analyze it for amount of nitrogen. When we soil sample, we take multiple cores from each plot, and we take them from different depths. So we have a full understanding of the amount of nitrogen. And so first we take the top depth, which is 0 to 30 centimeters, and then we take the deeper depth, which is 30 to 60. We also apply nitrogen to some of our plots to compare the conventional way of fertilizing with inorganic nitrogen fertilizer to using cover crops. When we apply nitrogen by hand, we just measure it out, we have it in a bag, and we simply throw it on the fields. Overall, with this project, we hope we can figure out how cover crops affect the amount of nitrogen available. There's a lot of research on this, but there's still a lot of unknowns about how management practices or amount of nitrogen in the soil will affect crop growth. And so we hope to understand exactly what's going on in the soil throughout the corn growing season. And ideally, we could then reduce the amount of nitrogen fertilizer needed for farmers, thereby decreasing the losses of nitrogen to the surrounding environment. I'd like to thank everyone who's been involved with my project, the University of Guelph, the University of Guelph Ridgetown campus, and specifically the Water Adaptation Management and Quality Initiative for funding the project.